Okay then, Raiders, we are back. We've got loads to go over today as we have now got our weekly trials rotation now in play, and it's an interesting one, that's for sure, including a load of bastion work. We've got loads to dive into. As well as that, Outgraders is still winning awards as it moves into the Steam Award winner for a brilliant category indeed. We finally got full confirmation on the matchmaking and whether it is or is not aggression based, and a load more information including things such as private servers. It's an interesting time to be an Arc Raider, that's for sure. We've got a few reminders for you guys as you move into the next couple of days of Arc Raiding. And before we dive into it, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink option. And we've now got a new thing releasing called Gamer Aid, and this is going to be a creatine and hydration blend, an absolutely incredible one, I may add. It launched on the 9th. Check it out, link in the description for that. And if you want to get involved with our giveaway for a free copy of the game, or if you've already got it, then Raider tokens to replace, very simply head down to the comment section and put in any coloured love heart and it'll enter you in. We'll be announcing that one tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for it. That being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now inside of our Raiders. So starting off, we have got the new weekly trials rotations, and this one's an interesting one to say the least, and a heavy bastion led one, so this is going to be challenging with other players wanting to do the exact same thing. We have got damaging snitches to begin with though, actually a really easy one. You'll find them a lot easier during the more widespread maps such as Spaceport, but if you take an O spray over to Hospital Roof or something like that on Buried City, you'll be able to just snipe those things away and just pick them off left, right and center. Should be an easy run, that's for sure. On the next one, though, we've got the Cold Snap one for us, which is to throw snowballs at bastions. Now, I should think that this one's not going to be able to just flip over and sit still, a lot like the Rocketeer did. So maybe you'll see the leaderboards actually having some normal style points inside of this one now. We'll see exactly how it is that that one goes, but you are going to want to throw your snowballs at bastions this week. Moving on from that, once you've finished doing that, though, you want to damage the bastions. And yes, ironically, the snowballs do slightly damage them. So while you're doing that, make sure you get those points in, and then make sure you finish off that bastion after you've got your snowballs off to be able to get the maximum points from the damaged bastion on top. A nice double drop if you want. I think it's a bit of a weird one that they're doing both of those at the same time, but yeah, it's just going to be a really overly saturated time for the bastions inside of maps on Arc Raiders right now. You've also got to search supply drops, which is pretty easily enough done. And then we've got harvest plants, which by now you guys should all know the spots and locations to be able to go to for that one. Primarily Buried City. You guys know you can go to the Galleria, collect about 13 of them, and take it on a ×2 with like a night raid or something, and you can get some decent points from that as well. Remembering the whole while that while they still have not rectified the way that these trials actually work, if you're going as a squad, you will gain more points the more that all of you guys do these individual things. So make sure you take that in and then head through to get your ranks as we're moving in to the next 7 days of this cycle. Best of luck, and let me know how you get on in the comment section below. Moving on from that though, Arc Raiders actually manages to claw another award as they managed to win the Most Innovative Gameplay 2025 at the Steam Awards. It couldn't have been done without the support of all Raiders, and obviously you've received a ginormous thank you from the guys at Embark Studios via their Twitter page. Most Innovative Gameplay doesn't surprise me in the slightest. This game seems to be beating records left, right and center. But one thing that we do need to talk about is the matchmaking, as Arc Raiders has now been confirmed by CEO Patrick Soderlund that the aggression-based matchmaking is more prevalent than anything else inside of here. There obviously is a blend of other things that take into consideration, but aggression-based is something that is primary in that running. Take a listen to this.
They are... we also matchmake now based on how prone you are to PvP or PvE.
Mm-hmm.
So if your preference is to do PvE and you know, have less conflict with players, then
you get matched up with that.
You'll get more matched up. Obviously, it's not a full science. I mean, sometimes
that's nice. I mean, I did have someone ask me like, is there aggression-based matchmaking? And that sounds like that's it.
And that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
So we did that, and we. You know, a game like this will always, you know, we knew from the beginning that we were, there's a Rocketeer above us, so let's be
So it seems that we were right. Aggression-based matchmaking is something that we're having to deal with right now. There are obviously some other factors that are like jumbled in that cocktail, but aggression-based is definitely something that you want to take into consideration when you are playing inside of Arc Raiders. If you're not wanting to play them PvP matches, I would suggest maybe not shooting so many people. It may well be your own fault. On top of that, though, there was an interview which this actually came from, which was a Game Beats interview with the CEO of Embark Studios, and they went over quite a lot of other things. Now, I don't want to oversaturate you with clips that you may have heard already or do not want to quite listen to, but there is a lot to go over with regards to it, because essentially we may be getting private servers coming to the mix at some stage. Now, we've not got any confirmation on when that will exactly happen, but Embark Studios do want to run private servers. How that will play out, it will be very, very interesting, but it does lean more into the basis of being able to have competitive play in terms of esports and so much more. So I don't think that this is the end for Arc Raiders. I think actually this may well be the beginning of a ginormous expansion if private servers is something they can officially work on. They're also going to be doing a massive content list change, and way that they actually operate things and how they release things out is going to be changing dramatically. Hopefully we see a new roadmap come to the midst at some stage soon, as we've now finished the previous roadmap. Moving into January, it'd be nice to know what's coming over the next quarter or so. So yeah, massive shout out to Embark for such a great job last year. Let's see how we get on this year. And it is going to be kicking back up very, very soon. A quick reminder for you guys that CM Bailey did state that the team are back next week, and he stated that on the 1st of January. Leading into where we're at now, it should mean that we're in for an update tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see exactly how that one plays out. As of right now, they are actually working on the back end of the game, changing the game files inside of the Steam DB. As we can see right here, an hour ago and 14 hours ago, there were some altercations and alterations that were made inside of the game files itself. And with the game as popular as Arc Raiders, that doesn't seem to be losing at all, actually winning so much so that in the last 24 hours, they nearly beat the all-time peak yet again. They were literally just on the brink. It's absolutely wild to me that a game like this has actually existed in 2026 and has the popularity that it has, because most games don't last more than a couple of months. Absolutely wild to me, man, but I'm absolutely loving exactly what this game is doing right now. Let me know what your experience of Arc Raiders has been down in the comments section below, because while we talk about comment sections, we've got to go over your top comments from the previous video where we spoke about the huge nerf update that is likely to come in the next few weeks with regards to the kettle taking a nerf, and also with the trigger nade due to be taking a nerf as well. You had a massive amount of opinions on this one, and your top comments are the following. Iro states that the tumbleweed gives me PTSD. It pops out behind every tree or bush. Now, the tumbleweed is an absolute nightmare, but I do love that it's actually memed as much as it is. I think that it's definitely one of those things where the game gives you pure anxiety, and as you're running around the map when a tumbleweed comes across, I don't know about you, but I've definitely been guilty of shooting some tumbleweed once or twice, purely out of panic that on a 1v3 situation, they were stood on my right-hand side and I'd no idea. Yeah, man, that tumbleweed can be an absolute nightmare. This next one coming from Omega Fox states also, where are the beards? Been waiting for my damn beard from day one of playing. Now, this is something that I've been wondering massively. I do really enjoy the customization inside of games, and I think that that was the one downfall that Arc Raiders actually had. As far as your player customization goes, it's so damn minimalistic that you can't even put a beard on your character. Very odd indeed. No idea as to why that's even the case. So you'd like to think that facial hair would be quite a bog standard customization for players, but unfortunately it's not. And we'll see whether that makes a change anytime soon. But as of right now, nothing on the cards. And this last one coming from Brian states, not major, but the upgrade menu switches weapons on you. And if not careful, you'll upgrade wrong weapons used to work fine. Now, this has been a bit of a problem with regards to the user interface inside of the game. Being able to craft weapons or upgrade weapons does seem to switch up like the amount that you're trying to craft randomly. And it also will switch up the things that you are trying to upgrade last minute, and it kind of like switches it over so you upgrade the wrong things and waste materials you didn't really need to waste. I have no idea what's going on with that sort of stuff, but hopefully we see some patch updates going into the next couple of weeks. Obviously, over the Christmas period, it was bound to be the case that things were going to be going wrong and they weren't really going to be able to do much, but we'll see how it is that they pull it back for 2026. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. If you guys haven't already, make sure you're smashing that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thank you for an amazing 2025, and let's see how 2026 treats us here on the Cloud Plays channel. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.